Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. It's been more than a week since the Rogue nerf patch and we still have a very varied meta. There still isn't like a meta killer, there's still no single dominant deck that would have risen significantly above others, and I think this is probably unprecedented in Hearthstone's history that we have such a varied meta so many days after a balanced patch still, so enjoy it while it lasts, because this is the best meta ever in Hearthstone, at least as far as variety is concerned. So in this video I'm going to take a look at the best decks to climb to Legend, and I have 14 decks here. I have never had that many in a single video. I expect some of these decks to start falling down in the coming days, but right now they're still pretty good. And like, we have stuff like Deathrattle Demon Hunter coming back into the game. Deathrattle Demon Hunter, of course, it has constantly been bubbling under. It's been around 50%, not been bad, but right now it's delivering somewhat better results again. And yeah, one of the options that you can use to climb all the way to Legend. Then another deck, one that I didn't expect to see on this list, to be honest, it is Charge Warrior. Yes, we have this sort of control combo hybrid warrior deck that is actually playable, actually able to climb right now. That's just mind-boggling. That has not happened in a long time. There are still no pure control decks, there are no control decks that win through value, no control decks that win through fatigue, but there are actually two playable, these sorts of combo control hybrid decks that play like control decks for all intents and purposes in the most aggressive matchups, and then they have this sort of combo finisher, like here we have To the Front, Battleground Battlemaster, Captain Galvangar, Faceless Manipulator, a couple of Charge Galvangars going to the Dome with Wind Fury. But thing about Charge Warrior is that Charge Warrior is currently the most polarized deck that is in the meta. When it's strong, and when it's bad, it's really bad. So when you're facing Burn Shamans, Beast Druid, Quest Hand Warlocks, Fell Demon Hunters, yeah, you're just rolling. But then you meet Libram Paladins, Vulner OTK Shamans, hey, control combo hybrid as well, but a little bit faster than you, and Deathrattle Demon Hunters. These sorts of mid-range decks that just don't run out of threats, or combo decks that are faster than you, and oh boy, you're so bad. It's like Libram Paladin, it's almost like 2080. So yeah, overall, Charge Warrior looks like a playable deck in the current meta, but play it at your own risk, realize that the matchups are really polarized. Then coming in at number 12, we still have a Priest deck on the list, and it's still Aggro Shadow Priest. Aggro Shadow Priest, it's just a solid churner. It doesn't have a lot of great matchups, it also doesn't have a lot of completely hopeless matchups. It has a whole bunch of slightly unfavorables, so farm any slow decks that you come across, like Ramp Druids for example. Ramp Druid has already fallen a lot, there are not that many Ramp Druids around, and that has really enabled this variety in the meta, because Ramp Druid was really oppressing some of the archetypes. But farm them as long as they're around, then Quest and Warlocks, Aggro Druids, there are still some good matchups for you. But there are also some weak matchups, and some of the weak matchups are rising, like Burn Shamans and Fell Demon Hunters, so time might be limited for Aggro Shadow Priest in the top of the meta, but it's still here. And coming in at number 11, we have Aggro Druid. Aggro Druid initially was stronger than Beast Druid, because Aggro Druid was really strong against Ramp Druid. But now that there are practically no Ramp Druids left on the ladder, Beast Druid is the stronger of the aggressive Druid archetypes again, and Aggro Druid is slowly falling down. But I mean, you can still play Drek Tower on 4, Harbor up on 5, and smack some face, so it might be down, but it's not out. And coming in at number 10, another deck that I really didn't expect to see performing this well. This is the Quest OTK Warlock. There are Quest OTK Warlocks and there are Owl TK Warlocks. Both varieties of OTK Warlock decks are seemingly viable. Owl TK Warlocks, there's still a little bit of looking on what is the correct list to play with that one. For Quest OTK Warlock, this one seems to be outperforming the other alternatives. I don't really know about the future of these two decks yet. Might be that they are here just for a while the meta is settling, but if you want to blast some OTK Warlock goodness with Rogues gone, yeah, you can do that again. And at number 9 we have Ping Mage. I've been worried whether Ping Mage is really going to last, because it has of course been around since the start of the expansion, but it hasn't really been performing that well. But right now it seems to have stabilized at a reasonable level, and looks like a reliable deck to climb with. Number 8 on the list is Beast Druid, and I think Beast Druid has a lot of potential. Beast Druid is also one of the decks that really hasn't been stable yet. The archetype, the lists, like looking at the details of this list, Ivos the Forest Lord and Kazakus Golem Shaper do not belong in this deck. They are not performing well at all. I don't think this is an optimal list. The fact that an unoptimal Beast Druid list is still able to perform at this level means that this archetype has a lot of potential, and I expect we're going to see more fine-tuning of the archetype. We're going to find out just the right cards. It might also be a little bit difficult to find the right cards right now because there's so many different decks in the meta, so what do you take against? But once that becomes more clear, Beast Druid, I expect it going to be rising. And then at number 7 we have Face Hunter. Face Hunter is always good. Never a bad day for face hunting, and this week I'm going back to Beastalker Tavish. With Ramp Druid very prevalent last week, well, Ramp Druid, Beastalker Tavish, terrible match for Ramp Druid. I mean, you just want to kill them real quickly, and Tavish was not helping with that at all. Now that Ramp Druid is completely gone, we're seeing some sort of resurgence of Tavish, so Tavish again has become a viable option for Face Hunter. And coming in at number 6 we have Fell Demon Hunter. Last week I predicted that Fell Demon Hunter is a deck that is going to be rising once Ramp Druids are out. Ramp Druids are out, Fell Demon Hunter is in. On the other hand, we suddenly have stuff like Contra Warriors, which is a bad matchup right out of the blue for Fell Demon Hunter. That hurt them a little, but as an upside we also have lots of Burn Shamans around, which is a great matchup for Fell Demon Hunter. So Fell Demon Hunter, it's just steadily rising through the ranks as the meta is starting to settle. And at number 5 we have the better control combo deck at the moment, which is the Bolner OTK Shaman. It's also favored in its battles against Charge Warrior, as well as performing better than Charge Warrior overall on the ladder. Just a strong, slow combo deck. And number 4 is Quest Hand Warlock. Quest Hand Warlock is just a deck that does not go away, it just keeps being strong. Now it has a new opponent because we have a lot of new Burn Shamans on the ladder. Burn Shaman is not a great matchup for Quest Hand Warlock. Without that Burn Shaman matchup, maybe Quest Hand Warlock could be the best deck in the format even, but right now it's a little bit short of that. And Quest Hand Warlock is also starting to tech against those Shaman decks. We have added Showstopper to the list, so with Showstopper being able to just unfreeze your minions and boom, prevents you from being farmed with those Snowfall Guardians and Parrots. And last week's number 1 is this week's number 3, Quest Shaman. Still a strong deck, still a good matchup spread. But right now it seems that this one is going to be outdone by Burn Shaman. So yeah, Quest Shaman, it's still good, but other forces are rising. Speaking of those other forces, number 2 deck for this week is Libram Paladin. Libram Paladin is weak against Quest Shaman, but Libram Paladin is strong against Burn Shaman. So Libram Paladin has been really happy to see Charge Warriors coming in. Yeah, bring it on. Libram Paladin doesn't mind it farms Charge Warrior. Burn Shamans coming, yeah, Libram Paladin's like, yeah, bring that on too. And then Ramp Druid's going away, Fell Demon Hunter's coming in, Libram Paladin extremely happy to see all of these decks in the meta, and Libram Paladin is just a solid deck. But the number 1 deck right now is Burn Shaman, and Burn Shaman has a lot of good matchups. Beast Druids, Quest Hand Warlocks, Deathrattle Demon Hunters, Bolner OTK Shamans, Aggro Druids. It's just a ton of good matchups for Burn Shaman, but it does have weaknesses with Libram Paladin and Fell Demon Hunter, 2 other popular decks that this is weak against. So right now the meta is just so many different decks all over the place, and everyone seems to have some weaknesses. There's no one that is like really dominant, so very interesting time to be playing Hearthstone. And if you want to be climbing Hearthstone ladder right now, then well, this video just showed you 14 decks that can do it at the moment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.